Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another one. As you can see, I am sitting here in the boat, in the garage, not out on the water. And that's because I had a crazy weekend. Oh man, I intended on getting out yesterday, Sunday evening, to do a little bit of pre-fishing for the upcoming Wednesday nighters. And didn't have the chance because the wife and I just had a crazy weekend. We were so busy. Running around like chickens with our heads cut off, and I'll kind of break down the story for you guys, and then we'll jump into what we got coming up with Wednesday nighters so that you guys have all the information. But yeah, so Friday we actually left to go to Oregon. Like you guys have seen in some of my last videos, you guys know my wife is a farrier, and she had to take one last portion of her practical shoeing exam for her certified farrier's license, and the closest place was up in Oregon. So Friday we drove 8 hours all the way up there. It was a gorgeous drive. A couple of times along the way the freeways got shut down by accident, so that kind of prolonged our trip up there. We stopped in Weed, which is kind of like if you guys drive north, you stop in Weed. It's like the last stop from California. We got lunch there at Taco Bell, and it was awful. We waited like over an hour for our food. I mean, come on, for a fast food restaurant, that ain't fast food. It was just a different experience. And from there we kept driving. It was a gorgeous drive. We saw some wildfires on the way up. Everything was kind of lush and green, snow-capped mountain peaks of Lake Shasta, or Mount Shasta. Lake Shasta was completely full, which I've never seen it like that before. And yeah, just a really fun, relaxing 9-hour drive all the way up there. And we get there, this little town just outside of the University of Oregon, and had some really good food. Had to wait like 45 minutes to get a dinner spot, but had some really, really good food, some fish tacos and whatnot, and a couple drinks, and it was great. Then we went to go stay at our hotel room, which was within walking distance of this restaurant. And there was a guy getting a hard time. He was battling demons outside of our door till probably 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, this dude was going through it. He was tripping on something hard. So yeah, we were off to a great start on the first day. Second day rolls around. We drive over to the veterinary clinic that's given the testing, and get our horse. Wife's horse has like feet the shape of like a draft horse, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's gigantic feet. She didn't have the kind of shoes that she needed, so luckily one of the instructors had a pair of shoes that she could use for feet that big. And long story short, she passed. I think she was one of the few people that were there that day that actually passed. So wife, certified farrier, huge shout out to her. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment for you guys that might not know what it takes. But long story short, you had to shoe a horse in under 60 minutes, and then the instructors during those 60 minutes, they come in and they assess your trim, and they give you like a point system. If you don't pass the trim, you can't move on. Then they assess your trim, then they assess your shoe after you've forged it and shaped it to the foot, and then they test, or they grade your fit and finish once the shoes are on. And my wife freaking knocked it out of the ballpark. She had like 20 minutes left on the clock. They loved it, so she passed. And it's a tough thing to pass. So I am super proud of her for getting that accomplished. Any of you guys that are farriers or no farriers, ask them what a CF is, be like, yeah, that test is tough. But so we ended up we got done with that, packed up the truck, drove home, because currently Pops right now, he's helping my sister and her husband move from Montana to Idaho. So we had to get back to the house, take care of all the animals, horses, feed and water, cats, dogs, you name it. And we got to Woodland, which is about an hour from our house down here, and her truck breaks down. So we sat on the side of the freeway for like 3 hours before we ended up being able to get towed back to the house. Man, it sucked. We sat out there. I ended up having to call CHP because I couldn't get a tow truck out through insurance, through anything else. And CHP ended up putting an emergency tow out for us. And huge shout out to Citizens Towing in Woodland. You guys were awesome. The guy, I don't remember his name, but he took care of us. and got us home safely. And then so that was within 2 days, right? So that's Friday, Saturday. We got home Saturday night at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was a super long day. And then Sunday, the day that I planned on going fishing, we ended up having to take my wife's farrier cap off her truck, put it onto my truck. Thankfully, we both have the same truck. My bed's a little bit shorter, so it sticks out a little bit, but you can't really tell. And so she's able to continue working this week, so that's a plus. But then we had to tow her truck all the way down to the Lodi Dodge dealership, and where it is getting assessed right now. It looks like fuel pump was the issue. So thankfully, it's covered under warranty and whatnot, but fuel pump went out on her truck, so she'll be driving my truck around this week. And yeah, that happened. Finally got it figured out, and then we didn't have energy to do anything else. So I don't have a fishing video to upload for you guys today. But I do have information about the Wednesday nighters. And what I'm trying to do on this channel is stay really, really consistent. I know in the past, consistency has always been tough. You know, I work a full-time job. I only get the weekends to film fishing videos for you guys. But I want to upload every Monday. I'm trying to upload every Monday at 5 p.m. This one's probably going to drop a little bit later because I just got home from work. But Monday, 5 p.m., you guys should keep an eye out for videos. If not Monday, then Tuesday. And then with Wednesday nighters coming up, Thursdays. And so I'll be dropping Wednesday nighter videos in Thursday evening so that all you guys getting off work, you working folk, can watch it when you get home. So with that information on Windy Wednesday nighters, it is May 1st currently. And the first Wednesday nighter of the year is coming up. Starts this Wednesday. First Wednesday in May. Everything is basically the same. 3 p.m. shotgun blast. Well, it's not really a shotgun blast. 3 p.m. Blast off. So get in the line early. We tend to get a line around the parking lot. So if you show up early, you'll kind of guarantee a spot closer to the front. You'll be able to blast off first, have a little bit more fishing time, blah, 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 blah. It's $60 a boat. What you're going to do is you're going to show up at the Lads launch ramp. For those of you guys don't know what that is, it's the launch ramp at the end of March Lane in Stockton, off the 5. And you're going to find Jerry. Jerry's the guy with the main boat. And there'll probably be a line when you guys show up. But what you're going to do is drive by. You're going to sign up with Jerry. If you haven't had a release form, you're going to have to sign that with Jerry and get it back to him. And then he'll do a live well check, pay your $60 per boat, and drive to the launch ramp, launch your boat, and go. Weigh-ins correspond with sunset, so every week it's going to change as the days get longer. We'll get more and more fishing time, and we'll let you know what that weigh-in time is when you guys sign up and get your live wells checked. So then you'll get to go out, fish, have fun. It'll be drive-through weigh-in as well. Jerry and Richard will have their truck parked on the east side of the parking lot, close to the launch ramp, and you'll just drive by, weigh your fish. For the sake of expediency and just our time there, if you guys think you got a bag that's gonna win you some money, weigh them in. If you guys are just weighing in, you know, 7, 6, 8, 9 pounds, probably not gonna get you paid. You don't have to weigh in. You guys can still weigh in if you want. You know, you guys are paying for the tournament, so you can weigh in. But some of us like to get out of there before 10 o'clock at night. So out of respect for Richard and Jerry, but everything's pretty much the same this year. I expect some big turnouts. The weather's changing right now. The fish have just started really chewing out here on the Delta. It's been a fun bite this week, and we just had like a cold snap move through. Dropped like 20-30 degrees today, so it's going to be an interesting first Wednesday. I don't think it's going to take a whole lot of weight to win it, but you're still going to need some pounds to win. So that's all I got for you guys today. I know this is a different impromptu kind of style video, but just wanted to give you guys an update. Windy Wednesday nighters are starting this Wednesday, May 3rd. Get out there and show us what you guys are made of. Try to stack up against these Delta sticks, and I'm looking forward to it. Just another reminder really quick before I close out the video. This month is like preseason, so it doesn't count towards the Tournament of Champions at the end of the year. So if you're gonna fish with anyone else besides your fishing partner, now during the month of May is gonna be the time to do it, because once it starts, you can only fish with the one partner throughout the entire season. So if not, then it doesn't go towards TOC. So take with it what you will. I'll see you guys out there. Don't be afraid to come up and say what's up. And just remember, any cast could be a giant. Peace.